Hey Halifax, what do you think the market numbers are from January real estate? I'll be right back. Frankie's sitting on the desk there. Let's talk about what's going on in this market, because every time I think, oh, floors me even more. So right now, you can see the active listings we have, 209 listings. So we are over 50% down when you look at 2021 with 506. But let's go down to 2019 there. So at that time, we had 1,938 listings. We're 88% down. Isn't that crazy? Now, when we jump to the sales here, our units were 237 in last month. Last year, 367, but you could see we had more inventory on the market last year. And then 322 back in 2020, and in 2019 we had 275. So, and you can see, when you look at the number of sales, you're looking at the number of actives, and you know why they are down a bit. Year to date, of course, they're all the same numbers because we've only been through January so far this year, so I'll skip that line. Days on market. So, and I wanted to let you know that when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about every type of residential unit in the Halifax area. So days on market in January were 24, just 24 days, and that's an average. So we had a lot of areas that they are like 4 days on market in quite a few, but I'll show you that in a minute. 2021, it was 46, 2020, it was 75, and then 2019, it was 79. Now, in 2019, towards the end of 2019, we as realtors did feel a shift coming in this market. It shifted way more than what we thought it would, but we did see the shift coming. So when we talk about month supply, we have 0.42, that's less than 2 weeks. So if nothing else gets listed in less than 2 weeks, we will have nothing to sell. When you go back to, you can see over there, 2019, they had 4.2 months, like over 4 months, and you would not run out. People could shop for just over 4 months. So, all right, here's the big number that everybody waits for. The average price, $552,000. I absolutely said that. Our average price in Halifax has hit over 500. I never thought in 14 years I'd ever see prices this high in the market. This time last year, 442,000. 110,000, 120, come on, 110,000 in 12 months? That's nuts. And then if you bought in 2019 at 317, here's, do my math really quick, you're 235,000. That is absolutely nuts. Let's take a look at something that just recently sold in our price average. Compliments of Sterling Stephen. This is Townhouse 26 Bethany Way in Halifax. So again, no detached for that price. The average price was a townhouse. So, and thank you, Sterling, for sharing that with us. So when you're in this kind of market where if you're doing a buy sell, you're fine. You're going to balance out because you're going to make on the sell and pay on the buy. Because percent up over is, when we look, 113, 13% over asking. So probably the first 10 or 12 years I was in, the average price was always 96. And even in 2019, we were only at 97. So that just shows, what is going on in this market. Appreciation, like we just did the math, 24%. Now remember, I started trading real estate in the early 80s. We had 2 to 4% up over year to year. We all remember 2015 when we had less than 0%. So we're at 24%. Go back in 2019, 6.3%. But remember what I said? We saw the inventory. We saw the shift coming in the market. As everybody knows, I love my graphs, but I've changed it up. And the reason I changed it up is because a lot of people are saying to me, Brenda, what's going on in my neighborhood? Well, I'm going to step out of the way for a minute here. Let's look at what we have up. These are the MLS districts that shows what's going on. Look for your district up there. When we talk about the number of units there last month, we had 17, and 17 was over, just go over this way, 17 was in Bedford. And we had several areas here that had only 4 units sell. And that's because we just don't have the inventory, and we talk about this all the time. So if we look at the pricing here, we've got Cal Bay, Eastern Passage, and they're an average of $344,000 and change. And you know, like there was a semi in the Passage that sold for over $390 last week, or 2 weeks ago, and I just thought, I mean, those units literally a few years back were, you'd be hard pressed to get 260, 270, for them. Our high end we've got is here, we've got it over towards St. Margaret's Bay, and that's $864,000. And the reason that is because there's been some $1 million plus homes sold on the water there. So days on market, this is where you can see that we've got 3 different districts. We've got Bedford, Eastern Passage, Cal Bay / and Creighton Park, and they all 4 days on the market. These are really sought after areas. And then of course, if you want to go a little bit outside the city and you say, I don't mind the drive, Halifax County, which takes up like Musquodoboit Harbor and towards Cooks Brook, Eller's House, and then down the shore towards Sheet Harbor. So they're still 42 days on market because, of course, location, location, location. So that's what was happening in January in our market. I welcome any comments, concerns that you have. What do you think is going to get us out of where we're at now with the low inventory? How is it affecting you? Is it impacting what you want to do with whatever phase of your life you're in? So I'll be back next month. Brenda K with the Halifax Home Selling Group. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've popped up another video here that you'll enjoy. And if you like my videos, please like and share my channel. The sweet Miss Frankie, she's here. She's right there on my desk. I'm Brenda K. I'll see you with the stats next month. Cheers.